Hello and welcome to your 1-hour English shadowing practice. This is your daily podcast for building real conversation fluency. In this first section, we'll focus on everyday introductions and greetings. Those first moments when you meet someone new, start a conversation, or talk about your day. Remember, you can listen, repeat, and shadow along with me. The more you practice, the more natural your English will sound. Let's begin with the basics. Imagine you're meeting someone for the first time. What do you say? How do you introduce yourself? Let's practice together. Hook. Have you ever felt nervous when meeting someone new in English? Do you wish you could sound more confident and natural? Today, you'll learn how to start any conversation with ease, make a great first impression, and keep the conversation going. Let's start with a simple greeting. Hello. How are you? This is the most common way to greet someone. You can also say, Hi, how's it going? Hey, how are you doing? Good morning. If it's morning, good afternoon. If it's afternoon, good evening. If it's evening. Now let's practice answering these greetings. When someone asks, How are you? You can reply, I'm good, thank you. How about you? I'm doing well, thanks. I'm fine. And you? Not bad, thanks for asking. Notice how these answers are short and friendly. You don't need to say much, just enough to keep the conversation polite and positive. Now, let's move to introductions. When you meet someone new, you usually say your name. For example, my name is Sarah. I'm Alex. Hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. Let's try a longer introduction. Imagine you're at a party or a meeting. Hi, my name is David. I'm from Brazil. I work as a graphic designer. It's nice to meet you. Or, hello, I'm Anna. I'm a student at the university. I love reading and traveling. Nice to meet you. Now, let's break it down. A good introduction usually has 3 parts. Your name, where you're from, or what you do. Something personal or interesting. Let's practice together. Repeat after me. Hi, I'm your name. I'm from your country. I work as your job. Nice to meet you. Or, hello, my name is your name. I'm a student. I enjoy your hobby. Now, let's imagine you're meeting someone for the first time. What questions can you ask to keep the conversation going? Here are some simple questions. Where are you from? What do you do? Are you here for work or vacation? How long have you lived here? Do you like it here? Let's practice a short conversation. A. Hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. B. Hi, Tom. I'm Lisa. Nice to meet you too. A. Where are you from, Lisa? B. I'm from Italy. And you? A. I'm from Canada. What do you do? B. I'm a teacher. How about you? A. I work in marketing. See how the conversation flows naturally? Each person asks a question and gives a little information about themselves. Now let's talk about talking about your day. This is a common way to start a conversation, especially with people you know. For example, how was your day? Did you have a good weekend? What did you do today? Let's practice answering these questions. My day was good, thank you. I went to work and then met a friend for coffee. It was a busy day, but I got a lot done. I had a relaxing weekend. I watched a movie and cooked dinner. You can also ask about the other person's day. How about you? What about your day? Did you do anything fun? Let's try a longer conversation. A. Hi, how was your day? B. It was good, thanks. I finished a big project at work. How about you? A. Pretty good. I went for a walk in the park after work. Now, let's practice talking about the weather. This is a classic way to start a conversation, especially with people you don't know well. It's a beautiful day, isn't it? It's really hot today. Looks like it might rain. Did you see the weather forecast? You can answer with, Yes. It's so nice outside. I know, it's really warm. I hope it doesn't rain. I heard it will be sunny tomorrow. Let's put it all together. Imagine you're meeting someone at a bus stop. A. Hi, how are you? B. I'm good, thanks. How about you? A. I'm fine. It's really hot today, isn't it? B. Yes, it is. I hope it cools down soon. A. Me too. By the way, my name is John. B. Nice to meet you, John. I'm Emily. Now, Let's talk about making a good first impression. When you meet someone, it's important to smile, make eye contact, and speak clearly. Even if your English isn't perfect, people will appreciate your effort. Here are some tips for a great first impression. Smile and be friendly. Speak slowly and clearly. Listen carefully, ask questions, and show interest. Use the other person's name. Let's practice using someone's name in conversation. It's nice to meet you, Sarah. So, Alex, what do you do? Maria, do you live around here? Using someone's name makes the conversation more personal and friendly. Now let's practice introducing someone else. Sometimes you need to introduce two people to each other. Sarah, this is my friend Alex. Alex, this is Sarah. I'd like you to meet my colleague, Maria. Let me introduce you to my friend David. Let's try a short conversation. A. Hi, I'm Anna. B. Nice to meet you, Anna. I'm Mark. A. Mark, this is my friend Lisa. B. Hi. Lisa, nice to meet you. C. Nice to meet you too, Mark. Now, let's talk about polite ways to end a conversation. Sometimes you need to say goodbye or leave. Here are some phrases you can use. It was nice meeting you. I have to go now, but it was great talking to you. Let's keep in touch. See you later. Have a great day. Let's practice a short ending. A. Well, I have to go now. It was nice meeting you. B. You too. Have a good day. A. Thanks, you too. Bye. Now, let's review some useful vocabulary from this section. Introduce, to tell someone your name, or someone else's name. Colleague, a person you work with. Impression, the feeling or idea you get about someone. Polite, being respectful and using good manners. Conversation, talking with someone. Let's practice using these words in sentences. I'd like to introduce you to my colleague. She made a great first impression. It's important to be polite when you meet someone. We had a nice conversation. Now let's practice shadowing. Listen and repeat after me. Hello, my name is your name. I'm from your country. I work as your job. Nice to meet you. How are you? I'm good, thank you. How about you? What do you do? Where are you from? It was nice meeting you. Have a great day. Repeat these sentences several times until they feel natural. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become. Let's try a full conversation for shadowing. Listen and repeat each line. A. Hi, I'm Alex, nice to meet you. B. Hi Alex, I'm Maria, nice to meet you too. A. Where are you from, Maria? B. I'm from Spain, and you? A. I'm from Canada. What do you do? B. I'm a student. How about you? A. I work as a nurse. B. That's interesting. Do you like your job? A. Yes, I do. It's very rewarding. Now let's practice asking and answering about your day. A. How was your day? B. It was good, thanks. I went shopping and met a friend for lunch. How about you? A. I had a busy day at work, but now I'm relaxing. Let's practice ending the conversation. A. Well, I have to go now. It was nice talking to you. B. You too. Have a great evening. A. Thanks, you too. Bye. Remember, practice makes perfect. The more you shadow these conversations, the more natural your English will sound. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every time you practice, you're getting better. In the next section, we'll talk about daily routines and how to describe your everyday life in English. But before we move on, take a moment to think about how you introduce yourself. What do you say? How do you feel? What would you like to improve? Keep practicing, keep repeating, and soon, introductions and greetings will feel easy and natural. Have you ever wanted to describe your day in English, but didn't know where to start? Do you wish you could talk about your habits, your job, or your favorite activities with ease? In this section, you'll learn how to talk about your daily routine, your work or studies, your hobbies, and even make small talk about the weather or food. Let's get started. Let's begin with a simple question. What is your daily routine? When someone asks about your daily routine, they want to know what you do every day, from morning to night. Here's a basic answer. I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth, take a shower, and have breakfast. Then I go to work. After work, I come home, cook dinner, and watch TV. I usually go to bed around 11 p.m. Let's break it down step by step. Repeat after me. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth. I take a shower. Have breakfast. I go to work. I come home. I cook dinner. I watch TV. I go to bed. Now, let's make it a little more detailed. Imagine you want to share more about your day. On weekdays, I wake up early and go for a run. After that, I get ready for work and leave the house by 8 a.m. My job is busy, but I enjoy it. I usually have lunch with my colleagues. In the evening, I like to relax by reading a book or listening to music. Before bed, I sometimes call my family or friends. Notice how you can add small details to make your answer more interesting. You can talk about what you do in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Let's practice together. Think about your own routine. What do you do in the morning? What about the afternoon and the evening? Try to answer in your own words. Now, let's talk about work and school. These are common topics in daily conversations. Here are some questions you might hear. What do you do for a living? Where do you work? What's your job? Are you a student? What do you study? Let's practice answering these questions. I work as a software engineer at a tech company. I'm a teacher at a local school. I'm a student. I study biology at university. I work in a hospital as a nurse. You can also add more details. I've been working there for 3 years. I really enjoy my job because I get to help people. My favorite subject is English. I hope to become a doctor in the future. Now let's practice a short conversation about work. A. What do you do for a living? B. I'm an accountant. I work for a small company. A. Do you like your job? B. Yes, I do. It's interesting and I learn something new every day. Let's try another one about school. A. Are you a student? B. Yes, I am. I study computer science. A. That's great. Do you enjoy it? B. Yes, I love learning about technology. Now, let's move on to hobbies and free time. Talking about what you do in your free time is a great way to connect with others. Here are some common questions. What do you do in your free time? Do you have any hobbies? What are your interests? How do you relax after work? Let's practice some answers. In my free time, I like to play football with my friends. I enjoy reading books and watching movies. My favorite hobby is cooking. I relax by listening to music or going for a walk. You can also give more details. On weekends, I usually go hiking in the mountains. I love painting because it helps me express my feelings. I'm interested in photography and often take pictures of nature. Let's practice a conversation about hobbies. A. What do you do for fun? B. I like to play guitar and write songs. A. That's cool. How long have you been playing? B. About 5 years. It's my favorite way to relax. Now let's talk about making small talk. Small talk is the casual conversation you have with people you don't know well. It's a way to be friendly and polite. Common topics include the weather, food, and plans for the weekend. Let's practice talking about the weather. It's a beautiful day today, isn't it? It's really cold this morning. I heard it might rain later. The weather has been so nice lately. You can answer with, yes, it's perfect for a walk. I know, I had to wear a jacket. I hope it doesn't rain. I have plans to go out. I love sunny days like this. Now, let's talk about food. Food is a universal topic and a great way to start a conversation. Did you have breakfast? What did you eat for lunch? Do you like spicy food? What's your favorite dish? Let's practice some answers. Yes, I had breakfast. I ate eggs and toast. For lunch, I had chicken and rice. I love spicy food, especially Indian curry. My favorite dish is pizza. Let's try a conversation about food. A. Did you have lunch yet? B. Yes, I did. I had pasta. A. That sounds delicious. Do you like cooking? B. Yes, I enjoy trying new recipes. Now let's talk about weekends and free time. People often ask about your plans for the weekend or what you did last weekend. Do you have any plans for the weekend? What are you doing this weekend? How was your weekend? Did you do anything fun? Let's practice some answers. This weekend, I'm going to visit my family. I plan to relax and watch some movies. My weekend was great. I went to the beach with friends. I didn't do much, just stayed home and rested. Let's try a conversation about the weekend. A. Do you have any plans for the weekend? B. Yes, I'm going hiking with some friends. That sounds fun. Where are you going? B. We're going to the mountains nearby. Now, let's review some useful vocabulary from this section. Routine, the things you do regularly. Usually everyday colleague, a person you work with. Hobby, something you do for fun in your free time. Recipe, instructions for cooking a dish. Relax, to rest and feel calm. Let's practice using these words in sentences. My morning routine includes exercise and breakfast. I have a good relationship with my colleagues. My favorite hobby is painting. I tried a new recipe last night. I like to relax by reading a book. Now let's practice shadowing. Listen and repeat after me. I wake up at 7 o'clock. I go to work by bus. I have lunch with my colleagues. After work, I go to the gym. In the evening, I cook dinner and watch TV. On weekends, I like to go hiking. My favorite hobby is playing the guitar. I relax by listening to music. I love trying new recipes. I plan to visit my family this weekend. Let's try a full conversation for shadowing. Listen and repeat each line. A. What's your daily routine? B. I usually wake up at 6, have breakfast, and go to work. A. How do you get to work? B. I take the bus. It takes about 30 minutes. A. What do you do after work? B. I go to the gym or meet friends for dinner. Let's practice another conversation about hobbies. A. Do you have any hobbies? B. Yes, I enjoy painting and playing tennis. Wow, that's interesting. How often do you play tennis? B. I play every weekend with my friends. Now, let's practice talking about the weekend. A. How was your weekend? B. It was great. I went to a concert with my sister. A. That sounds fun. What kind of music was it? B. It was rock music. We had a great time. Remember, the key to fluency is practice. The more you talk about your daily life, the easier it becomes. Don't worry about making mistakes. Every conversation is a chance to learn and improve. Before we move to the next section, take a moment to think about your own routine. What do you do every day? What are your hobbies? How do you spend your weekends? Try to answer these questions. In English, out loud or in your mind. Keep practicing, keep repeating, and soon talking about your daily life will feel easy and natural. In the next section, we'll explore social interactions, how to make plans, express your opinions, and agree or disagree politely. Get ready to take your English to the next level. Have you ever wanted to join a group conversation but felt unsure about what to say? Do you wish you could share your thoughts and feelings in English without hesitation? In this section, you'll learn how to make plans with friends, talk about your preferences, give your opinion, and respond to others in a natural, confident way. Let's start with making plans and invitations. Imagine you want to invite someone to do something with you. Here are some common ways to make an invitation. Would you like to have coffee with me? Do you want to go to the movies this weekend? How about going for a walk after work? Let's grab lunch together tomorrow. Are you free on Saturday? When someone invites you, you can accept or decline politely. Here are some ways to accept. That sounds great. I'd love to. Sure, I'm free. Yes, let's do it. And here are some ways to decline politely. I'm sorry, I can't. I have other plans. Thanks for inviting me, but I'm busy that day. Maybe another time. Wish I could, but I have to work. Let's practice a short conversation about making plans. A. Would you like to have dinner together tonight? B. I'd love to, but I already have plans. Maybe tomorrow? A. Sure, tomorrow works for me. Now let's talk about expressing likes, dislikes, and preferences. These are important for sharing your personality and connecting with others. Here are some ways to talk about what you like. I really like Italian food. I love listening to jazz music. I enjoy playing basketball. My favorite movie is Inception. To talk about what you don't like. I don't like spicy food. I'm not a big fan of horror movies. I don't enjoy running. I can't stand loud music. You can also talk about your preferences. I prefer tea to coffee. I'd rather stay in than go out. I like summer more than winter. I usually choose healthy food. Let's practice a conversation about preferences. A. Do you like coffee or tea? B. I prefer tea. How about you? A. I like coffee, especially in the morning. Now let's move on to giving and asking for opinions. Sharing your opinion is a key part of any conversation. Here are some ways to give your opinion. I think this restaurant is really good. In my opinion, learning English is important. Personally, I believe exercise is the best way to stay healthy. For me, traveling is the best way to learn about the world, to ask for someone else's opinion. What do you think? How do you feel about that? Do you agree? What's your opinion? Let's practice a conversation about opinions. A. I think online learning is very convenient. What do you think? B. I agree. It's flexible and you can study anywhere. A. Yes, but sometimes I miss face-to-face classes. B. That's true. Meeting people in person is nice. Now let's talk about agreeing and disagreeing politely. It's important to show respect, even if you have a different opinion. Here are some ways to agree. I agree with you. That's true. You're right. Absolutely. And here are some ways to disagree politely. I see your point, but I think, I understand, but I have a different opinion. That's interesting, but I feel differently. I'm not sure I agree. Let's practice a conversation about agreeing and disagreeing. A. I think working from home is better than working in an office. B. I see your point, but I prefer going to the office. I like meeting my colleagues. A. That makes sense. I guess it depends on the person. Now let's talk about asking for and giving advice. Sometimes people ask for your advice or you want to help someone. Here are some ways to ask for advice. What should I do? Do you have any advice? Can you help me with this problem? What would you do in my situation? To give advice, you can say, I think you should talk to your boss. Maybe you could try studying a little every day. If I were you, I'd take a break and relax. Why don't you ask for help? Let's practice a conversation about advice. I'm feeling stressed about my exams. What should I do? B. Maybe you could make a study schedule. That helped me last year. EA. That's a good idea. Thanks for the advice. Now, let's talk about expressing feelings and emotions. Sharing how you feel helps others understand. You better. Here are some ways to talk about your feelings. I'm really happy today. I feel a bit tired. I'm excited about my new job. I'm worried about the test tomorrow. I was surprised by the news. You can also ask about someone else's feelings. How are you feeling? Are you okay? You seem upset. Is everything all right? What's wrong? Let's practice a conversation about feelings. A. You look happy today. B. Yes, I got a promotion at work. A. Congratulations, that's wonderful news. B. Thank you, I'm really excited. Now let's talk about apologizing and thanking. These are important for polite conversations. To apologize, I'm sorry I'm late. Sorry for the mistake. I apologize for the confusion. Please forgive me. To thank someone, thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. That's very kind of you. Let's practice a conversation about apologizing and thanking. A. I'm sorry I forgot to call you back. B. No problem. I understand you're busy. A. Thanks for understanding. B. Of course. Now let's talk about giving compliments. Compliments make people feel good and help build positive relationships. You did a great job. I love your outfit. Your English is really good. That was a delicious meal. You can respond to compliments with, thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. Thanks. I worked hard on it. Let's practice a conversation with compliments. A. Your presentation was excellent. B. Thank you. I was a bit nervous, but I'm glad you liked it. A. You couldn't tell at all. You spoke very clearly. B. Thanks, that means a lot. Now let's review some useful vocabulary from this section. Invite, to ask someone to join you. Accept, to say yes to an invitation. Decline, to say no. Politely preference, what you like. More opinion, what you think or believe. Advice, suggestions to help someone. Compliment, a nice thing you say about someone. Let's practice using these words in sentences. I'd like to invite you to my birthday party. She accepted my invitation. He declined because he was busy. My preference is tea over coffee. In my opinion, this is the best movie. Can you give me some advice? She gave me a nice compliment. Now, let's practice. Shadowing. Listen and repeat after me. Would you like to join us for dinner? I'd love to, thank you. I'm sorry, I can't make it. I really like this restaurant. I don't enjoy crowded places. I prefer reading to watching TV. What do you think about this idea? I agree with you. I see your point, but I have a different opinion. I'm feeling a bit tired today. Thank you for your help. You did a great job. Let's try a full conversation for shadowing. Listen and repeat each line. A. Do you want to go to the new cafe after work? B. That sounds great. What time? A. How about 6 o'clock? B. Perfect. See you then. Let's practice another conversation about opinions. A. I think learning a new language is challenging but fun. What do you think? B. I agree. It takes time, but it's very rewarding. A. Yes, and it helps you meet new people. B. Absolutely. Now let's practice a conversation about advice. A. I'm not sure which phone to buy. Do you have any advice? B. I think you should choose one with a good camera. A. That's a good point. Thanks. Let's practice a conversation about feelings. A. You seem a bit down today. Are you okay? B. I'm just tired. I didn't sleep well last night. A. I hope you get some rest tonight. B. Thanks, I will. Remember, the more you practice these social interactions, the more confident you'll feel in real conversations. Don't be afraid to share your opinions, ask questions, and express your feelings. Every conversation is a chance to connect and learn. Before we move to the final section, take a moment to think about your own social interactions. How do you make plans? How do you share your opinions? What would you like to improve? Keep practicing, keep repeating, and soon, social conversations will feel easy and natural. In the next section, we'll go even deeper, sharing experiences, telling stories, and having meaningful conversations in English. Get ready to take your fluency to the next level. Have you ever wanted to share a special memory or tell a story in English, but didn't know how to start? Do you wish you could talk about your dreams, your past, or your future with confidence? In this section, you'll discover how to open up, connect with others, and express yourself in a way that feels natural and real. Let's begin with sharing experiences. When you talk about something that happened to you, you're sharing a part of your life. This helps people get to know you better and builds trust. Here are some ways to start sharing an experience. Last year, I traveled to Japan for the first time. When I was a child, I loved visiting my grandparents. A few months ago, I started a new job. Recently, I learned how to cook a new dish. Let's practice telling a short story about a travel experience. Last summer, I went to the beach with my friends. We swam in the sea, played volleyball, and had a picnic on the sand. In the evening, we watched the sunset. It was a perfect day, and I'll never forget it. Now, let's try sharing a memory from your childhood. When I was a child, I used to spend my holidays at my grandmother's house. She had a big garden with lots of flowers. Every morning we would pick fresh vegetables and cook together. Those are some of my happiest memories. You can also talk about something you learned or achieved. A few years ago, I decided to learn English. At first it was difficult, but I practiced every day. Now I can have conversations with people from all over the world. I'm proud of my progress. Let's practice a conversation about sharing experiences. Have you ever traveled to another country? B. Yes, I went to Italy last year. It was amazing. I visited Rome, Florence, and Venice. A. That sounds wonderful. What was your favorite part? B. I loved the food and the beautiful old buildings. Now, let's talk about telling stories. Stories make conversations interesting and memorable. You can tell a story about something funny, surprising, or important that happened to you. Here are some phrases to help you start a story. Let me tell you about a time when you won't believe what happened to me last week. There was this one time when I remember once Let's practice telling a funny story. Let me tell you about a time when I got lost in a new city. I was traveling alone and my phone battery died. I couldn't use the map, so I asked a local for directions. He didn't speak English, but he was very kind and tried to help. In the end, I found my way back, and I made a new friend. It was a little scary, but also a great adventure. Now let's try a story about learning something new. You won't believe what happened to me last month. I decided to try cooking a new recipe. I followed all the steps, but I accidentally added too much salt. The food was almost impossible to eat. My family laughed, and we ended up ordering pizza. Now, it's a funny memory we all share. Let's practice a conversation about telling stories. A. Have you ever tried something new and failed? B. Yes, I tried to learn how to skateboard. I fell so many times, but it was fun. Now I can ride a little bit. A. That's great. It's good to try new things, even if it's hard at first. Now let's talk about talking about goals and dreams. Sharing your hopes for the future helps people understand what's important to you. Here are some ways to talk about your goals. One of my goals is to travel to every continent. I hope to start my own business someday. My dream is to become a writer. In the future, I want to learn another language. Let's practice sharing your dreams. My dream is to visit Japan and see the cherry blossoms. I've always loved Japanese culture, and I hope to go there next year. I want to improve my English so I can work in an international company. I'm studying every day to reach my goal. You can also ask others about their dreams. What are your goals for the future? Do you have any dreams you want to achieve? Is there something you've always wanted to do? Let's practice a conversation about dreams. A. What's your biggest dream? B. I want to travel the world and learn about different cultures. A. That's amazing. Where would you like to go first? B. I'd love to start with Australia. Now, let's talk about discussing challenges and solutions. Everyone faces problems, and talking about them can help you find solutions and connect with others. Here are some ways to talk about challenges. Sometimes I find it hard to balance work and family. Learning English is challenging, but I'm making progress. I struggle with time management. It's difficult to stay motivated when I'm tired. You can also talk about how you solve problems. To manage my time better, I make a daily schedule. When I feel stressed, I take a walk or listen to music. I ask my friends for advice when I have a problem. I try to stay positive and focus on small steps. Let's practice a conversation about challenges. A. Do you ever feel stressed at work? B. Yes, sometimes. When I have too much to do, I make a list and focus on one thing at a time. It helps me feel more organized. A. That's a good idea. I'll try that next time. Now, let's talk about ending conversations and saying goodbye. In deeper conversations, it's important to end on a positive note. Here are some ways to end a meaningful conversation. It was great talking with you. Thanks for sharing your story. I really enjoyed our conversation. Let's talk again soon. Take care. Let's practice ending a conversation. A. I have to go now, but I really enjoyed talking with you. B. Me too. Thanks for sharing your experiences. Take care. A. You too. Bye. Now let's review some useful vocabulary from this section. Experience. Something that happens to you. Memory. Something you remember from the past goal. Something you want to achieve. Dream. Something you hope for in the future challenge. Something. That is difficult solution. A way to solve a problem. Motivation. The reason you want to do something. Let's practice using these words in sentences. Traveling to a new country was a great experience. I have many happy memories from my childhood. My goal is to speak English fluently. My dream is to write a book. Learning a new language is a challenge, but I enjoy it. The best solution is to ask for help. My motivation is to connect with people around the world. Now let's practice shadowing. Listen and repeat after me. Last year, I traveled to a new country. When I was a child, I loved playing outside. I started a new job a few months ago. Let me tell you about a funny experience. My dream is to visit every continent. I hope to start my own business someday. Sometimes I find it hard to stay motivated. When I have a problem, I ask my friends for advice. It was great talking with you. Let's talk again soon. Let's try a full conversation for shadowing. Listen and repeat each line. A. Have you ever done something you were afraid of? B. Yes, I was afraid of public speaking, but I gave a presentation at work. It was scary, but I felt proud afterward. A. That's inspiring. I want to try public speaking too. B. You can do it. Just practice and believe in yourself. Let's practice another conversation about dreams. A. What's something you've always wanted to do? B. I've always wanted to learn to play the piano. A. That's a beautiful goal. Are you taking lessons? B. Yes, I started last month. It's challenging, but I enjoy it. Now let's practice a conversation about challenges. A. What do you do when you feel unmotivated? B. I remind myself why I started. I also take a break and do something I enjoy. A. That's good advice. I'll try that. Remember, sharing your experiences, dreams, and challenges helps you connect with others and makes your English more natural and meaningful. Don't be afraid to open up and tell your story. Every conversation is a chance to learn, grow, and inspire others. As we come to the end of this 1-hour shadowing practice, take a moment to think about everything you've learned. You've practiced introductions, daily routines, social interactions, and deeper conversations. You've learned new vocabulary, practiced real conversations, and built your confidence step by step. Keep practicing, keep repeating, and keep believing in yourself. The more you use English, the more natural it will feel. Remember, fluency is a journey, not a destination. Every day, you're making progress. Thank you for joining this English shadowing practice. You're doing an amazing job. Keep going, and soon, you'll be able to have real, meaningful conversations in English with anyone, anywhere in the world. Take care, and see you next time.